Hi there, it's Joseph here at Edge Dynamics, making a shave video. Get this off so I can get sunbathing. It's super hot outside, it's hot indoors, it's really bad. The only thing to do is face it head on out there in the garden. But anyway, here's the razor, and it's a beauty. It's another Napoleon, and it's in mother of pearl. Look at that. I like the way you see here, it's like it's not mother of pearl, but as you turn it, it becomes mother of pearl. Really nice scales. And you can see my pinning, I hope. Did these bulbous, large pinheads, which was real difficult, by the way. The razor. Here's the razor. It's a humpback and part Aris with a real sway, real smiler. See if I can focus. Got, I don't know what you'd call that nose. It's a little bit strange. I've never seen that kind of finish before. But yeah, it's a real beauty. And yeah, Napoleon, John and William Rag makers, Sheffield. And I'll tell you what I did to it, the work I've done on it. But let me lather up. I've got the Blenheim shaving cream. I mean, I'm sweating already. Wow. Yeah, today is a scorcher. Yeah, what was I going to say? Yeah, I honed the razor. I honed it the other day on the Maruka. Well, on a Maruka. And did a full progression. And then that was in the evening time, and then during the night I lay there in bed thinking about it, as I do, thinking about razors and honing, and I came to the conclusion that I should re-hone it and lap the Maruka, because the HHT was a bit funny, and it wasn't undercutting. It was undercutting, but it didn't do it as soon as it did it on the toe. I mean, the middle of the blade wasn't undercutting the slurry as quick as it normally should do, so that gave me an inkling to lap it. So I got out the Izuku, the Kitta, the Izuku Kitta, that beautiful stone. You would have seen it in the beginning actually, and I did a full progression on that, and hopefully, I mean, the HHT is excellent, but until I put it to my face, because I've not got that much experience with that stone. I haven't used it in quite a while. I don't like to use like numerous stones. I tend to stick to one, so I'm going to stick to this one for a while now. Let the Maruka heal, let it rest. Right. So let's see. Hopefully this shaves as good as it looks. think it's honed a little bit too much, do you know that? And I had that feeling because the HHT was just ridiculous. Oh, what a shame. This is a really fine edge, this is. I mean, when I say that, I mean, it sort of sits like, it hones like a full hollow, like an extra fine full hollow. So I'm going to have to re-hone it. I mean, it's good, but it's missing that wear factor. But that stone is it is really aggressive. I mean, that was lapped as well. Since the last time I used it, I lapped it and left it, and I could see the way how fast it was chewing up the Nagoras. I wasn't having to work at all to create a slurry, so you know, it's really aggressive. So I think I did a bit too much work. Shaving nice, it just doesn't feel like a super full progression. I'm just going to have to work more with that stone now. Could just need a bit of burnishing, because that's something I've stopped doing as well. I'll just lap them and that's it. But this razor is pretty much in the condition as they all are, which is they all seem to have a few marks here, which is where they was tied into the display case. So, and there's a little bit of rust up on the back side, and you may be able to see just there, don't know if you can see that, there's remnants. And the rust, it's the same on all the razors. There's little bits on the back side, and it's like kind of like a virus, you know. It's kind of like cell rot, where the rust is, it's like veins. Tiny, it's only like a 5mm thing, but and I spent quite a while taking it down just with a worn 800 grip belt. I didn't feel the need to completely get rid of every trace of it. And on this side as well, there's two little dots. You could feel them with your nail, pits I guess they were, and I took those down. It's completely smooth, but under certain light you can still sort of find them. But again, don't feel the need to completely get rid of those. It's part of the razor, as long as you can't feel it and it's not ugly. I mean, the pit in those veins is really nice actually. It's like a feature. It's like organic. But so I got rid of the rust and that, and another issue, I mean, pinning mother of pearl is a real nightmare. Mother of pearl scales is really a bad idea, because they're just begging to break. And you only have to look at them and it'll snap, honestly. And then on top of that, I'm pinning these, trying to do bulbous peening, and that's a real nightmare, honestly. If you've got a really short pin head, few taps, you're done. you can, it's not really a problem. But if you're there like me, tap, 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 becomes a problem, because when you make the mushroom heads, you mushroom the heads on the pin, and when they become really mushroomed, they tend to want to go like that, and then they come down like that, so it's skew whiff. Although the pin is straight, the pin's not bent, so it becomes real awkward and a real pain. And on top of all that, you can't be banging on that on the shell, the seashell, because it will fracture. Oh, my face isn't stinging or anything. Just got to, actually what I've really got to do with this razor is put some thought into it. It's what I do with everything when it comes to restoring, honing. It gets to a point where I have to just dwell on it and think about it, and I'll figure out what's wrong with it. I mean, I use 2 layers of Captain, and that's all I'm using on these razors is Captain polyamide. But I think basically I've just done a little bit too much work, so I've got no problem rehoning this. It really is nice to hone. And also as well, something else that I'm really happy about or proud of is, because it wasn't centering, it was near enough hitting the scale on closing, and now it centers perfectly. So I had to remove a little bit of steel from the tang by the pivot area, and I've been doing that quite a lot recently. As I said, now it centers perfectly. So a lot of these razors, this part of the blade is perfect. The tang part is perfect, but somewhere in between the two it's a little bit twisted. And obviously that's from when you quench it. I'm assuming that the blade, obviously it's a big piece of steel and the tang is a thin piece, so they contract a little bit differently, and that's where you get a little bit of a twist or a bend. But if you go wrong when you're trying to fix that, you can end up in a world of hurt. But it's like anything to do with razors. I think you want to be doing it on a good day. If you're having a bad day, don't even bother honing. Or restoring. Actually feels pretty good. But yeah, I'm working on 2 more. And I can't really work on them today because it's just too hot. I can just barely get away with sunbathing listening to music. Anything else, forget it. Yeah, I can't really complain about that. I mean, my face isn't stinging. But just the initial stroke didn't wow me. But I'm sure I can rectify that, because I know this steel. But the grind is it's a funny grind, this one. So what I'll do is I'll happily rehone it, and then I'm just checking for any kind of watermarks, anything. No, it's perfect. I'll rehone this and have a little test with it on my next shave. Oh, got water in the scars here, and that would be ideal actually, because then I could pack it knowing it's honed. I don't have to rehone it. But yeah, and the wedge is silver. It's got silver wedge, and I've got a mint and water. But every time you drink it, get mint in your mouth. It's yeah, it feels really good. I'm shaved, I can now sunbathe. There's a stunning razor, that is. And I got the old aftershave balm here. Focus. It's perfect weather for this stuff. Yeah, see, even a bad shave is a good shave. That smells really nice. Right, that's it. That's all I've got. Until next time, thanks for watching, and enjoy the weather, and I'll see you later. Bye.